This is episode 119. Focus on your exercise and forget about the discomforts. Welcome everybody to another episode here in Body and Mind Transformation of Custom Body Fitness. This is your health coach, Sandro Torres. And today I'm going to be talking about how important it is for you to focus on your exercise and forget about the discomfort, especially the heat. With this in mind, make sure you are hydrated, healthy, so you don't get a heat stroke. But the heat should not be an excuse, an obstacle for you to stop exercising. There is ways for you to ignore that and just focus on your exercise and get your exercise done. I have exercise at any time of the day in the middle of the heat, and I continue with my exercise, and the heat doesn't bother me because I don't pay attention to it. But I'm gonna give you here a couple examples, and I'm gonna motivate you for you to be able to do that. But make sure you stay on the safe side, whatever you do. Without further introduction, let's listen to the talk. At CBF, we know that for you to change your body, you need to change your mind. Exercise and eating healthy is only part of the plan. We care about our members as we care about our family, because our members become our family. It is not about competition, but support. It is not about being the strongest or the fastest, but about you defeating your negative self. It is about working together and making the task challenging and have fun. By the end, what matters is not how hard the session was, but that you take control of your mind so you can take control of your body. My name is Sandro Torres, and I'm happy you are part of our family. Welcome to Custom Body Fitness. Welcome everybody to another talk here with your health coach, Sandro Torres. Today I'm going to start with a story. There were three guys walking in the desert. They went on a journey back home, but it was a difficult journey. They were walking for a long period of time. And two of them, they were complaining all the time about how thirsty they were, how hungry they were, and how hot the day was. They were heading to the closest town, and the third one was just quiet. As soon as they got to the town, the quiet guy started eating a lot like he never ate before, and he started drinking a lot of water when he finished. And finally, when he finished with eating and drinking water, he rests, he slept for a bit. When he wake up, the other two guys told him, I thought you were not hungry and thirsty, you were not tired. You didn't say anything in the way to this town. And the guy responded, nothing will change if I complain. Instead of that, I just focus on the journey and ignore about everything else. The other day, I was assessing one of the members. I was in the office. I stepped off the office, and another member was exercising. It was around 4 p.m. and it was a hot day in the middle of the summer. And the first thing she said is like, it's very hot. It's impossible to exercise like that. And I told her, I have exercise around this time. I have exercise 6 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 7 p.m., 4, 12, 2 p.m., and so on. I even go for a hike sometimes at 1, 12, 2 p.m. in the middle of the heat. So it is possible. I don't see the difference between one or the other. I just focus on my exercise. It's what you focus on that is gonna feel. It's how you're gonna feel. If you focus on the heat, of course you're gonna feel a lot of heat. And she said, okay, I'm gonna try my best to focus on my exercise. One of the things that I do in my routine lately is running. I was getting ready to run last week, and my brain started complaining. I hear a voice inside that said, it's too hot right now. It was around 3 p.m. You better not go for a run because it's too hot. There is no clouds. The sun is very shiny, and it's better if you stay and do it later. Of course, my body didn't want to go for a run. Didn't want to do the workout. So I decided to just ignore that and start running. It was hot, yes, but I completely ignored it. And I just focus on my thoughts. I started focusing on a lot of things that I have to do. A lot of ideas came into my head. I cleared up a couple of things that I had into my head. And I was running and running, 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 and I got to my destination. I turned around and I completely got lost into my thoughts again. All of a sudden, something brought me to the present. I don't remember what was it, but something brought me to the present. But I noticed there was a big dark cloud on top of me. It was covering the sun for a bit. And it covered it from where I was running. I'd say 10 minutes to my destination, to my house. I saw that as a blessing. I saw that as something to enjoy, and how wonderful it is to have a cloud when it's very hot. However, I didn't notice the difference when I was running and back, because I wasn't focused on how hot it was. I was focusing on my running. And these three stories that I'm telling you is that when you focus in the intensity of the heat or whatever it is, of course, it's going to feel hot, it's going to feel painful, it's going to feel difficult, it's going to feel a lot of things because your brain is intensifying that feeling. It's like time. If you are doing a plank, or if you are waiting for your results on the doctor's office, the time seems not to pass. It's taking forever. But if you sitting in the park, or you want to walk with your crush, talking about whatever, time flies because you're enjoying the time. Now, the time doesn't really change. The seconds are seconds, the minutes are minutes, the hours are hours. But your perception of the time in that moment, it's so much on getting those results, or so much on going that whatever time you're doing that plan for, that you focus so much on that time. And when you are with your crush, you forget completely about the time because you enjoy the time. It's the same with the discomforts around you. Of course, before you try this, you have to be healthy, you have to be hydrated, and make sure you're safe, and you don't get into a heat stroke. You don't get a heat stroke. But my recommendation is, if you really want to enjoy your exercise, stop focusing on how hot it is. Stop focusing on how difficult it is, and just do it. Just focus on the task and the things that you are doing in that moment, and things are gonna pass, and then you're gonna finish with your exercise. You're gonna feel happy that you did it and you actually enjoy it, instead of focusing on those negative things. So that's it for today. Hopefully you like this small talk. Hopefully you like the message right there. Remember, just like this guy in the desert, he didn't focus on how hungry or thirsty he was. He's just focusing on getting into town, narrow his vision, his focus to get into town, and then he was allowed to be hungry, to be thirsty, and to be tired. So because he had the abundance to do that. The same thing that I told one of our members. She said, I'm tired in this moment. I said, you're not allowed to be tired. You continue your exercise, and when you finish your exercise, then you're allowed to be tired. The same with the other member who complained about how hot it was. Forget about the heat. Just focus on your exercise. Just drink your water, focus on your exercise, finish your exercise, and you're going to be fine. Just like my body wanted to do the same thing. It wanted to complain about the running because it was hot according to my body. But once I started running, the breeze that you make when you're running, that was enough to cool down, and I didn't even notice the difference when the cloud came in top of me. And then when I noticed the difference, it was a blessing, it was great. But ignore the heat, ignore the discomforts, and you'll be fine. But remember to be safe and don't get a heat stroke. Drink a lot of water and be healthy. I hope you like it. Please share it with somebody who needs to focus on their exercise instead of complaining about the negative things that happen in that moment. This is your health coach, Sandro Torres. Thank you for following, man, and I say bye for now. So there you have it, everybody. Hope you like this episode. More than anything, I want to encourage you for you to exercise and not come out with any excuse that your body doesn't want to do, and just get your exercise done. If you focus on your exercise and forget about the discomforts, more than anything, you're gonna enjoy your exercise and you are gonna be able to finish your workout with no problem. Hope you like it. Please share it with somebody who needs to listen to this message. Please stay close to God, mentally and physically healthy, and we're going to tune in the next episode. For now, your health coach says bye.